Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of two active kids, and both my husband and I have full time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. The first thing that I want to take care of is moving my post it notes. So I do follow a modified Kanban board setup, and I like to keep my active tasks in my planner on this dashboard page. And then all of my to do items and my completed items get moved into my HB90 notebook. So the first thing I'll do is mark off everything that I have completed, and then I will move those completed post-it notes back into that notebook. So in the Leuchtturm notebook, I have all of my goals and all my notes related to the HB90 method. And then I do have a page for each month of the quarter so that I can move those items over month by month. And as I flip through my notebook, I will have that sense of accomplishment for all of the tasks that I did complete throughout the months. Now that I have my completed tasks moved back into my HB90 notebook, I will reorganize what I still have left to do on my planner dashboard, and then I will pull over those other items that I would like to try to make progress on throughout the week. I am traveling next week, so I would like to try to get a little bit ahead. However, it will be challenging because I need to go to Cincinnati on Thursday for a funeral, and then my son has a soccer tournament this weekend. So that takes quite a bit of time out of my schedule. So we'll see how much I can get done in advance. So I'm just moving those post-it notes over where I am hoping to get things done ahead of time. And I do have stickers printed out for the next couple of weeks of layouts. And if I could at least get those done, I think I would feel a lot better about where I'm sitting for all the upcoming events that are occurring. There is a lot of outside work that does need done this time of year. I definitely need to get the pressure washing done and get the siding sprayed. It is looking pretty green this year, so I would love to get that done sooner rather than later. And then, of course, we have the mulching and cleaning up the flower beds and planting things and all of that. We did clean up the flower beds a little bit, but we have not replaced the bushes yet. I'm thinking that we'll pull the bushes out this week, but I am not sure if we will plant the new bushes this week or wait one more week. I really don't want to lose them this early in the season. So we'll see how this week plays out and what the weather looks like for the next week. I also have some basement tasks over on my list. So again, we'll just see how much we can get to this week with my trip to Cincinnati and the soccer tournament, which is out of town this weekend. The first thing that I'm going to do on my actual weekly planner pages is write down all of the videos that I would like to touch in some way. So I will get those written out. And then what's different this week on my sidebar is I did decide to carry over at least all of the top items that I want to at least touch in some way from my Kanban board. So they are front and center, and hopefully I will be able to get a few more things accomplished than I have in the last couple of weeks. Thankfully, the dryer was fixed, so that is all taken care of. The last piece is just for church to come pick up the old dryer, and then I'll be able to clean out the garage, get my car back in the garage, which would be just fabulous. So that top grouping is all the videos that I want to touch. That middle section will be all of the admin tasks for making all the plans. And then the bottom section will be a grouping of all of the home tasks that I want to try to either finish or start this week. Then I also noticed that cleanup flower beds was still on the in progress list, and we have pretty much already done as much as we can do until we mulch. So I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to move this over to the completed page. There is a lot that needs to be done, but I do like to put more items on my to-do list than I can get to. It's not discouraging for me. I, one, like to have options. So if I don't feel like mulching, what are those other options that are at the top of my list? So if I don't have time to mulch, I could at least start cleaning out the garage, or I could pressure wash a section of the siding. But if you don't like to look at a to-do list at the end of the week and not see it all checked off, I don't suggest making your to-do list this way. I am a huge proponent of making your planner system work for you, no matter what that is, no matter how many planners that is, and no matter how often you are in that planner. And it could be digital also. So make your planner system work for you. If you try something and it doesn't work for you, it's okay. There are plenty of other options out there, and you just have to keep trying until you find that system that works for you. The next step is writing out my calendar items. I am switching to an erasable pen for this because my plans change frequently. Meetings get changed or canceled. Kids' activities might get added or deleted. So I do like to use an erasable pen for this. It is a pretty standard week meeting wise. Thankfully, I don't have meetings on Thursday, so I don't need to reschedule anything to take the trip to Cincinnati. I could not remember what I had scheduled on Tuesday that needed a box, but thankfully my Google Calendar was able to help me out, and I do have a car appointment Tuesday after work. So, just some typical meetings, a car appointment on Tuesday after work. My son has soccer tryouts Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He also has regular practice Monday and Thursday. Friday, he has a game. Saturday, he has two games. And Sunday, he has one or two games. So it is a soccer heavy week for him. He wouldn't have it any other way, though, so don't feel bad for him. And since he can drive himself, don't feel bad for us either. I enjoy watching the soccer games and am very grateful that I don't have to rush around to get him to practices on time, which is very helpful because some of his practices start at 4 o'clock, and that would be almost impossible for me to get him to some of those. I do keep a master Google Calendar where all of the sports calendars feed into my Google Calendar. I do like to write his schedule on my planner in case I need to plan anything that he's involved in. I just like to have it there so I'm aware. I do also remember things better when I write them down on my calendar. So it's very helpful for me to do this. It also helps me recognize if there are any conflicts. For example, if I scheduled a dentist appointment after school and then he had a 4 o'clock training session, those things would not work together. So I have noticed that in the past, and I appreciate noticing those ahead of time. So as I'm writing out my schedule, I'm able to solve those issues before they come crashing down during the week, if that makes sense. I am going to write the times for these soccer games for the weekend, but I am not going to write any other details right now. This past weekend, it was a crazy just mess. They changed our fields. They didn't change our times on Saturday, so that was good. But the way the bracket was set up, we would have had to play the same team twice in a row in order to win the championship. So the coaches got together and decided that they would just play one game and it would be winner take all. I am grateful that we did win, but it was just always in flux. So I am just writing the times and we will figure out what else is going on Friday. Next, I'm going to schedule in the items that need to be completed throughout the week, starting with editing this video. So right now I'm editing this video, it's Monday morning, and then what else do I need to accomplish? So I'm looking at that left-hand list and just breaking each of those items down into the subtasks that need to be completed. In general, I do try to take care of the videos in the order that they are going to be published. There are some things that I can do ahead, but others I really can't work on ahead of time. So those things that I can work on ahead of time may jump ahead of the items that I can't. I do try to balance when I am doing the items. I don't like to edit a bunch of videos at once. I know batching is very popular, but I get burnt out and I start to lose my voice if I edit too many videos at once. So I try to limit editing to one a day, sometimes two a day, but usually I try to limit that so that I don't either say the same thing over and over again or lose my voice. So I did just take a break to run my daughter to school, and I realized that there is no reason for me to do admin tasks on Monday because Tuesday I will be sitting at the dealership to get my car fixed for probably 2.5 hours. So it is probably best for me to move these admin tasks over to Tuesday and then do that work that I can't do outside of my house on Monday night. So I am going to swap some things around. My eraser is not working great. I don't know if I had something on my eraser or if it's just because I also had the Muji ink down, but I will get out the better eraser and it does a little bit better of a job, but I'd already smeared it, so it was doomed. Once I write over it, it will be fine. But I will end up doing more recording on Monday and then do those admin tasks on Tuesday. So my plan is to script 2 videos while I'm sitting at the car dealership, as well as put together some tracking and analysis. Also work on or finish my June content calendar. I think I have it mostly done, so just finish that up. Surprisingly enough, it's almost time to write out my Kanban board for next month. So I really need to nail down those details. Then on Monday, I am going to go ahead and try to batch record some of the weekly planner videos. I will try to just get as many done as I can. I do think I have stickers printed through the end of June, so I will just keep recording until I run out of time. On Wednesday, I am going to keep it light and just record my planner overwhelm video, hopefully, and then also get some cleaning done around the house. So I will come back in and write in my home tasks as well. But in the back of my head, I already know that I need to clean the kitchen, the laundry, and the half bath on Wednesday. So I will keep the other tasks light. Also, whatever I don't finish on Monday and Tuesday will get pushed to Wednesday. So I will have plenty to do on that day. Moving over to the second half of the week, I am just going to leave Thursday blank as of right now. I will probably just spend the whole day in Cincinnati and spend some time with my family, go to dinner with my niece and nephew, maybe, things like that. So I plan on not putting any plans down for Thursday. Then coming back to Friday, I will edit a couple videos and record a video. Again, I need to plan, like I won't have any time on Saturday and Sunday because that may end up being the case. I know that our first game is at noon on Saturday as of now, which means we will probably have to leave the house by 9:30. I'm thinking maybe 9. So really, I don't have time to do anything on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we do have an 8 a.m. game, and if we make it to the championship, I'm not sure what time that game will be, but I am guessing it would be around noon. So then by the time we get home, it would probably be close to 4 o'clock. And then it'll be just my Sunday evening routine, getting some laundry done, all of those types of things. So I doubt I'll have much time to get things done there as well. I did write a few tasks down for the weekend in case he does not make it to the final game. Then I already know what I need to focus on. If this bothers you, don't write it down. Have a back burner list somewhere instead of writing it down like you actually have to complete it this week. Hopefully that makes sense. Moving on to the home tasks. I am writing in my weekly home blessing tasks along with some of those other bigger items that need to be completed from my Kanban board. Looking at an overview, it doesn't look very overwhelming, but as I think through all of the timing of the week, it does feel a little bit overwhelming, but that's why I will then just take it day by day. Let's go ahead and get this into the planner. If you like this video, I hope you like and subscribe so you can come back and watch more content. I do hope that everybody has a great week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!